Yeah, man, that's what I'm telling you, gentlemen. When it come down to, oh, it ain't just about the woman. Everything in life, you want to analyze it well. You're not gonna always get your game by somebody telling you how it's supposed to go. You got to pay attention. You want to know how good. Pay attention to the woman if you want to know how she is. Sometimes, dog, just pull up at the scene. You ain't got to say a word. Sometimes, go to the bar. Simply go to the bar and look how they act. You gonna overhear that old school nigga tricking out, telling them that's looking at you and see you a fly young nigga, but looking at you like you ain't got no sense because you fly, but you on own shit. So he in that young bitch ear telling her how sweet he can be to her, all the shit he can do for her, tricking off on her. And then you gonna see the type of shit that goes on. The broad choosing, the broad picking up on what he's saying, but at the same time acknowledging he got some truth to it, but that just ain't her type shit. And it's all kind of shit that goes on. So of course you want to pay attention to a woman body language, a woman body period. You want to size them up, the things they say, but most importantly, it's always about the shit they do. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we get into any more questions, I'm going to try to learn to compose my emotions with the women I live with. What kind of women, man? You saying your relatives or what? Because either way it go, period. I say you never expose your emotion and always compose your emotion, period, with whatever you do, because you will never want to let a motherfucker see you sweat, period. I ain't playful. I don't like to play. And when my relatives used to be at home and we was growing up, knowing what to make me mad and pissing me off, all that playful shit, it made me want to fight. So you definitely want to be able to control your emotions, because if you can't compose yourself and control your emotions, if you can't control yourself, somebody else will. And you're not a puppet master, my guy. Ain't nobody on my watch a puppet master, so nobody ain't got no business controlling the strings but yourself. You know? Before we go any farther, I'm gonna answer some more questions. Then I'm gonna say this real quick. Then I'm gonna get into it. What you think about women going through phone? She's a woman that go through your phone, bro. She's already not. It could be a combination of things, bro. Now I said you gotta really be seasoned for this shit to know better. It could be a combination of things. Either she could be up to some shit cause a hit dog or holler. That's that old school shit. 9 times out of 10, she could be sensing or feeling some shit, or she could just be insecure. It could be a lot of shit, bro. Or looking for a simple excuse just to get rid of your ass because she knows she gonna catch you slipping or just something. Women funny as fuck. That's why I say you get the best results. Since we already going there talking about women, that's why I constantly tell you guys, you get the best result keeping the ball in your field. Nothing wrong with you uplifting yourself to go chill out at the crib every once in a while. Because yeah, you want to make sure your bitch got some flavor. You want to make sure. I've broken up with women on the strength of, alright, you love coming to my house, and that's cool. Cleaning, cooking, doing all the shit I like, that's cool as fuck. But a nigga drop in on you or catch you off guard, and you ain't even wash clothes everywhere and all this old shit. You can't come, that's just like putting makeup on bullshit. You can't do that. You gotta be this type of person always. The way you try to be around me, you gotta keep your own shit like that as well. A man should never have to be up his girl ass for her to be a girl, on her shit. You should never have to tell her. That's why I say the moment you gotta start questioning her actions, the way you feel about her, should you go on her phone, all that old crazy shit, bro, it is what it is. Cause one thing for sure, shit get old. Everything get old. And the only thing that doesn't get old is players, dog. We don't X spot, we on the per spot. The best way to keep her broad is you can't give a fuck about losing. I ain't say you ain't gotta give a fuck about her. I'm not saying that. But you have to carry yourself so superior that she know it ain't the money that make her fuck with you. She don't care about who got the most money. It ain't about who got the nicest cars. She know you ain't nothing like the rest of them niggas. And it's the same thing with a real woman. If you ever meet a real girl that you really, really, really care about, you know what I'm saying? Just what I told my lady. If you ever meet a girl that you really, really, really care about, you gonna know it, because she's gonna be the type of girl, you know her so well, that it's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna treat her right. Because just like how I know she ain't like the rest of these bitches, it ain't like these other girls in the streets don't know what type of girl she is. For all the years she done been with a nigga ain't shit, and she's still a bad broad, and she's still a real bitch, and a lot of hoes want to be like her, don't know her business. She cool as a fan, fine as a motherfucker, and always discreet with whatever she do, and beautiful as fuck. that'll give you the same type of energy you put out there. If you with her, she with you. Give you the shirt off your back if you need her. Die for you if she had to. But if you want to play it slick and be slick like that and all that old type of shit, she the type of girl that any nigga love to have. So when you smart enough to know this type of shit, how you not gonna make the right choices and decisions? See, that ain't. It sound like game, but that shit just be straight raw to me. Cause I'm telling them the truth. Me knowing better, being familiar with certain things, cause I've experienced certain shit and all that shit. Man, I don't question myself or question the bitch. The moment I gotta do that, she gotta get the fuck on. Period. I'm not gonna question you by where you. I don't do that. I don't give a fuck. Cause I just made a video the other day saying that, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You know I had to get to you real. My bottom bitch, when I was 16, she was 24. And I remember she was the first one that ever told me that shit. I don't need to have no bitch with a wet ass and no cash. And it ain't make sense to me then. But when I was a young nigga and I got locked up when I was 18 years old, I had one of those little small ass little safes about this big with the little key to it. I had one of them joints. And I had those little small ass little safes about this big with the little key to it. I had one of them joints. And I had those little small ass little safes about this big with the little key to it. I had one of them joints. And I had those little small ass little safes about this big with the little key to it. I had one of them joints. And I had a night and fuck around. Shawty, I left everything with her because, you know, when a nigga was young, nigga used to do the dumbest shit, put shit in everybody else's name because the nigga was too young to have shit in his own name. So all my cars is in my broad name. I'd be damned if it wasn't the most oppressive shit when she came to visit. My car's clean. Them bitches running better. Brand new tires on them bitches. You know, she doing all the right shit. But on the low, she's out there in that world. Boo-boo, I'll call you tomorrow, babe. I'm doing something. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm doing something, baby. So, you know, it was impressive to see her doing shit I didn't have to ask for, especially with a nigga being down and shit like that right there, whatever the case may be. And making sure a nigga had money and whatever. And then, like I said, it just feel good when a bitch breaking a nigga off with some paper, man. Before I made it out the parking lot, Shawty had to laid like $900 on me. And then turned around and gave me some more bread before we got to the house. And then when I got home, that little safe I had still had all my money in it. And it was impressive. And the only way a broad can keep up doing certain shit like that right there is because she's smart enough to know that, all right, if I'm going to be out here fucking with other niggas, I'm not going to be fucking with these niggas for nothing. You know, I was 18 years old, and that's why I said my game came for real. And I had to respect that, understanding that, like, all right, this bitch went out here just letting niggas run up in her on the strength for a nigga one. Because you know how it is. You know, you got some bras out here dizzy as fuck. A bitch will get the big head thinking all these niggas want to fuck her, but these niggas don't give a fuck about you. They hating on the nigga you got because they want to be in his shoes, or hating because he done fucked the bitch they done fucked, or had their old bitch. And that's the reason they gunning at you. And you didn't let this shit go to your head type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you out here fucking niggas just because you think they like you or give a fuck about you. As soon as that nigga leave you, yo, don't nobody want to fuck with you. And now everybody talking about you. But when you the type of broad that you out here fucking and you doing your thing and you getting paid and you breaking your nigga out, that's player to me. Especially when you was a young nigga going through shit and you was in and out of jail. Cause what? How many bras you know can sit there and keep that pussy on ice while a nigga do some time? So how I could respect her making sure that paper was on time and this and that. How I say I learned the hard way, but it was the honest way, the straight up way, man. Everything that a nigga go through in life. You know, speaking of that, I'm gonna say this and we're gonna get back to it. That we need self-affirmation. Life is short, fragile, and extraordinary. So we must see to it that life that we like our lives as like jewels of great price, but noteworthy, not because of their width, but because of their weight. Let us measure them by their performance, not of their duration. No one has such divine favor that they can guarantee themselves tomorrow. God keeps our lives hurtling on, spinning in a whirlwind. The key is not to give up when times seem tough, but to stand up and turn every obstacle into an opportunity. Every man must find his own way. Along the way, there may be pitfalls and mistakes, but understand that the mistakes is what makes you great. Some say it's better to give up within the state of being reserved. Some say it's better to give, but within the state of being reserved, how better is it to receive? No longer resort to nefarious deeds due to the world being filled with many ways to succeed. I ask my fellow brothers and sisters to achieve by all means, but stay clean. Dreams come true for those that do believe, though tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Trust the process to progress in order to succeed. And we just keep it on a positive note type shit. It's going to be a lot of bullshit out here. You know what I'm saying? But it said it in the word. You ain't going to just need the helmet. You ain't going to just need the cleats. And you ain't going to just need something to fight with. You want to be covered in the whole armor. The complete armor. That's what you got to ask for. The complete armor. Because we could be out here looking for our enemies and ready for the outside world. But it'll be the motherfuckers that's right close up against you that'll stick you in your back, stab you in your back, your friends, your family and shit. So you want to be aware of all these things. And we're not going to always be lucky. And everybody don't always make it, like I always said. But if these are the things that you constantly praying for, if these are the things that you constantly are worrying about, your health, your well-being, and being a better person and all this shit, dog, you're going to start improving at some point. How you think fighters become great as they are? They practice every day. They don't just learn how to fight back when they was a teen, and now that they're older, they still know how to fight because they learned some shit years ago. They practice from then on up until now to still be as great as they is. That's the same way you got to be about your life and your goals and the shit that you go through in life. Every day you got to be pursuing a way to keep your shit in order and to stay on top of your game. Because it'll be too easy to fall off. You know how many niggas begin to be on drugs? When I was a young guy, and when I was in them streets when I was a young man, I used to see married men. When I was a young guy, and when I was in them streets when I was a young man, I used to see married men. When I was a young guy, and when I was in them streets when I was a young man, I used to see married men with. When I was a young guy, and when I was in them streets when I was a young man, I used to see married men with. When I was a young guy, and when I was in them streets when I was a young man, I used to see married men with beautiful wives to have, with beautiful wives to have, with beautiful wives to have, half of our mind. Now, man, do get focused for some of us that do know how to get serious for a time. My nigga, dog. My nigga, I was in college, going for my marketing administration and shit, going hard in these streets. No motherfucking lie. And dog, it felt so motherfucking good. At times I'd be in the middle of class because I wouldn't even leave the campus until I did. And dog, it felt so motherfucking good. At times I'd be in the middle of class because I wouldn't even leave the campus until I did my homework at school type shit, because I know once I left, these niggas gonna be tearing my phone up. They been tearing my phone up all until I did my homework at school type shit, because I know once I left, these niggas gonna be tearing my phone up. They been tearing my phone up all day while I'm in class, but I made them niggas wait. And the cooler thing about it, they were fucking with me so hard, my people waited on me. So I fell asleep studying for exams and shit like that the next day on the front porch of the motherfucking block. But this is shit that I had to do. Like, shit like that matter, because ain't nobody else's dreams and goals gonna mean anything to you like it's supposed to, bro, because your dreams and goals are more personal, man. That's why I say it ain't up for you to wait on nobody else. That's why I couldn't be no yes man. I don't believe in friendship. I'm not gonna be no jump if you jump ass nigga. Oh, I'm a swing if you swing ass. That's not a real man to me. Nigga, stand up on your own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody gotta be the same, but that's what I respect, because that's the way I came up. That's where I came from. Being my own man, having to do my own thing, learning my own ways, creating my own style. You know what I'm saying? And I love it because you're not going to see no other me. I tell a broad that quick, and it be the truth. That's why I say my game be raw. It don't be me trying to make up some shit to say to her to sound fly. I'm giving her the truth. You ain't going to see another me. It's only one me. What's going on, my guy? King News. What happened to y'all? Everybody. You know, what happened to everybody? I done finally got my little podcast gear shit together, too. A lot of people been asking me about that to go and start that. I'm waiting on my dude to pull up the fin and show me how to work this Pro Tools shit. Because it's a way I can record on here and all that extra little shit that come with those little gadgets. You know that. But I be having so much shit to do. I don't be having the time to really be playing with that shit to figure out exactly what come with those little gadgets. You know that. But I be having so much shit to do. I don't be having the time to really be playing with that shit to figure out exactly what go what and how it go. I be having so much shit to do. I don't be having the time to really be playing with that shit to figure out exactly what go what and how it go. So I'm waiting on. I had a I'm gonna tell you the dumbest shit too, man. Some crazy shit. One thing about certain women, I had a I'm gonna tell you the dumbest shit too, man. Some crazy shit. One thing about certain women I don't like, and that's why I'm saying, gentlemen, you can't be judgmental to the point where you can judge somebody as if you better than them. Nah, but you got the right to have a judgment. And when women do certain shit, because I see them do it all the time. That's why I don't even pay a motherfucker no attention when they come around me, certain one of them. That's why I say, man, you pay attention to what we doing long enough, you'll learn this shit. A woman can be like the perfect good woman. You see her and she fine as hell. She got her dude. She done lined her nigga up, got him straight, got him doing good. You know, she fine. Every nigga would want to have her. And then you try to figure out why this nigga left this broad. Like, you know, she fine. Every nigga would want to have her. And then you try to figure out why this nigga left this broad. Like, damn, and then, you know, we all think she's such a good broad. But as soon as she left this one nigga, she trying to hurry up and get into a whole nother relationship. Don't that say nothing good about a girl like that? See, it's small shit like that you got to pay attention to, because a woman ain't going to sit here and go into a new relationship. She going to get her mind right and get her shit right first and get over that shit completely before she decide to move on. It be small shit you got to pay attention to, man. That's why I say you'll learn from the people that's around you, dog. Yes, sir. Do it, play, invite me on your platform. When you do, I got some game to share. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Because I really don't know how to do it, man. Send in a request, my boy. I got a question. I'm dating a married woman, but she's separated. What's your opinion? Shit, put her in the bag. She belong to you now. She belong. It don't even matter if she was married. You got some suckers out there that'll say, I won't mess with no married man, because I wouldn't want nobody to mess with my wife. Nigga, that ain't your wife no more if she want to choose up and fuck with somebody else. That's not your place to sit there and cop block and want to fight and hurt every man because she tired of your shit. If she want to get out, let her get out there. You know what I'm saying? My nigga, hell yeah. If she want to be down, shit, put her ass in the bag. Slippers count. All that shit go. If she choosing, it's your duty. That's number one. For real, bro. Like, that's just being honest, dog. A guy said that shit before. Man, I wouldn't date somebody's wife. You's a fucking lie. You's a fucking lie. It's my fault he ain't on top of his shit, and I'm supposed to turn on all this wonderful shit she want to do for me just because this nigga having a sucker stroke? That's my fault. I'm gonna tell her no so she can go do it to another nigga that won't appreciate what she's doing and don't know what to do with the shit she's gonna do for him. Is you out your rabbit ass mind? That's a square mentality, man. I've heard OHS for a while. How do I get rid of that? OHS, what's that? Because OHS to me was only whole syndrome. It's the only thing I can think of. Or OBS, only bit syndrome. So go to what's good? What's going on, Rolling Hand? I'm telling you, man. Grass soccer, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. They definitely have to know it. And this don't just go for my man. This go for my woman too. Cause I mean, I can get them game also. For the ones that paying attention. You know, it be the simple shit that we like. One thing show, it ain't never about how you really look. that shit look good sometimes. Don't get me wrong. When a motherfucker go out their way and they do extra shit, and it's like, okay, alright, yeah, shout that actually do look good. You put a certain color in your head, damn, cause everybody can't do that. Yeah, that do look good. Them lashes do look good on you, but shit, you don't even need them lashes type motherfucker. But I can dig it type shit. You know, we can respect that. What a nigga don't respect is the motherfuckers that put that shit on and they whole motherfucking attitude change. Bitch, you done went from looking like Mufasa to a queen all of a sudden, and now you acting like you the fucking world. Them the ones that a nigga don't like, are the ones that feel like they need that shit. At some point, gentlemen, you'll get so used to running through so many bad bras that it ain't gonna be how she look when it come down to you making the choice to really want to settle down. You want that motherfucker that's gonna wake up that dead spirit in you, that's gonna have that certain type of connection to you, that's gonna make you want to respect her because you know you got a different type of girl. There's nowhere in hell I can look in her eyes and know that I'm the one that hurt her, because I know I ain't got one of them. And even when I take her out and show her about, these other hoes know what type of girl she is. The same way they knows enough to know niggas business and shit, they know who doing what and who is what. Man, I'm telling you. That's why I say, man, you gonna have to get out here and know. It's okay to make some mistakes. You gonna make mistakes. It ain't like everything you gonna turn out to do gonna be perfect. But your mistakes is what gonna make you great. We'll have a gut feeling I don't trust something ain't right about it. You gotta go with your gut feeling. That's called an instinct, man. We have that for a reason. Hey, man, hey. Y'all don't listen to him. Angela, baby, I don't know who you is, but if you would like to come on my live, I would like to hear exactly what you got to say, baby. We don't throw rocks and hide our hands. I don't know who you are, but I've been motivating people for years. And I also do consultation behind this shit. So maybe your dear ass need to find somebody that care about you. Or as a matter of fact, we love you over here. We love you over here, but we'll love you even more if you come on with it, baby, and make the score. You got to make the score. Because if you're going to dribble with your head down, you're going to lose the ball. But if you score when you got it, baby, that's just food for thought. Now, where you at now? I'm looking for you to come on here with your lock mouth. Let's see where you at now. You know, I'm going to pull your coat away from motherfucking Georgia. I don't care where you're from. We're going to do this shit from Frisco to Spain, from San Francisco to Maine, man. For real. Now, what we doing, Angela? Don't play with me now. I'm a real one. Every time your ass reach, I'm a popular hand now. Don't you do it. For most definitely, my guy. I hate when they do that shit. Separate me from the rest, because I'm not them other guys you can play with. And I don't know how to play, so I don't play. Now, I don't be on this shit every day. I don't understand you. You're not, honey. You ain't gonna understand nothing I'm doing, because it's like speaking English to a fucking, like fucking speaking Japanese or some shit to a Mexican. You're not, honey. It definitely feels square. But if you're trying to learn some things, and for what I'm sensing, honey, because if you're asking those type of questions, you got to be interested in something. So if you want to come to my school, I can give you some rules you can use and some direction to the next intersection, baby, that can get you in position, baby. Well, you ain't got to worry about none of that stuff or none you ever been through before. Because if you're unsure, then I'm guaranteed that there's some guys that have probably left you unsure because them guys wasn't sure. So come on out here in that water, baby. Come on out here. Come on, get your feet wet and come on out here in that water, baby. I'm waiting on you. But trust me, I got my hand out because my handsome come with a ransom. But come on, baby, I'm waiting on you. You come on out here. I'm right down here in Georgia, baby. I got a place for you. You ain't got to be curious. Yeah, you see how that go, gentlemen? Just as simple as that. You don't let the bitch play on you. You got to already be with it. Confidence is where that. Are you speaking slang? No, honey, I'm speaking game. That's just how it sound. I'm from the South, baby. That's just how it sound. Let me take a look at you. You better not be one of these people that ain't got no. Cause I can be nosy sometimes. You look like somebody that might not even have a real page, Angela. You too cute on your little thing. And I don't be liking that. I don't be liking that when they don't have no names or they little profile jank be looking all pretty and shit, or they don't have no content on their page and shit like that. I be thinking that be some of my little gents playing games and shit, because you see how they used to flag my other page. But yeah, Angela, baby, if you need some instruction, I can definitely give you a better introduction. Appreciate the video, huh? I needed that. No doubt. Man, stop responding to I'm here for the I hear you, dog. I thought you somebody girl playing game. Yeah, that's how I be. Hey, baby girl, fit me something to eat. That's how I be. But look, man, since my dog said we gonna talk about game, alright, I tell y'all what. I'm gonna do this just for y'all, only for y'all. What y'all want? Tell me what y'all want to talk about. IDK, y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about, man. I can put you up on it, but the thing of it is, when we talk about, give me 1 minute. Bring my plate. So when we talk about game, me myself, I came up with this term where it depends on what type of game we talk about. Because when we talk about game, the ism game, it's a cold game when we talk about that. And a lot of you guys ain't going to be ready for that type of shit. Because now I got some players on here because I see the names and I see how niggas respond to some shit. And y'all already know. And any guy that really know the ism, we can't just get that up for free. You know what I'm saying? And even if a nigga was to give you the A's and the B's, you still got to get all the way to the Z's. So it don't just go like that. But when I speak on game, I'm talking about flavor game. Being able to have game all the way around the world, around the board, where it ain't trickery. Where you just strictly just being yourself, and it just that is what make the bitch like you. Whether it's the way you talk, the way you walk, the things that you do. It's just simply being yourself. That's why I hear guys say free game, free game, free game. This shit just sound a certain way because the way I talk and the way I sound. But dog, this just me being straight up with y'all. That ain't game. When I get to talking to them little dudes on my consultations and I'm telling you guys how to peep game and come with me somewhere, I can go a motherfucker, put me on one of them shows. I can go in that bitch blindfolded and ain't got to see now one of them little bitches in there and can read each one of their engines by the way they sound. Dead ass serious. And can call each one of them out. And if I look in the motherfucker eyes, I can tell them what they been through, whether they been through some shit, what type of home they come from, what type of grooming, just by the way a broad carry themselves, their attitude, what type of people they been around, what type of niggas they used to being with, because certain shit gonna have you seasoned. See, that's game for real. This the shit the average nigga ain't gonna recognize. Yeah, you know how to send a bitch and tell her this and make her do this, force her. But I'm talking about game for real. Well, I ain't got to touch a broad or get nothing from her, but I can see all the things she don't see in herself and say just in the few words, and now she blossomed into this beautiful creature that she never thought she was before, but I just inspired that and seen that just in a few seconds of seeing it, just seeing her. That's game. And that's the impact that I have on every single woman that I'm with. That's why I just don't fuck with just anybody, man. I'm talking game for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's no comparison. It's always going to be a contrast when it comes down to a guy like me. How you get like that? Man, to be honest with you, my guy, experience. I've told these guys my life story over and over for a very, very long time. And I've been through some terrible things. And when I think of those things that I've been through today, many years, when I got in my early, middle 20s, I used to think like, damn, how did I make it through that shit? How do I still... Many times, man, I done been in the shower. If those walls can talk, many times I broke down in that shower, man, crying to myself from seeing my partners being killed or dying or finding them dead and me being shot and losing my parents at a young age and, just going through so much shit, man, and sometimes it make me wonder how the fuck I stand on my own 2 feet. But I gotta tell y'all, dog, it's all that shit is what formed my character. All that shit. It didn't come from me picking up some book and I'm just so fascinated with this book. I read this shit over and over again till I got it down pat till I could relate to the nigga that's in this book. Now I could duplicate his style. No, this shit is all original. That's why I wrote my own. You see what I'm saying? So I need y'all to understand that you can't look at hard times as if that shit's something bad. It's going to be that shit that you go through in your life is what's going to form your character. Because if I wouldn't have went through that shit I went through, who the fuck say I'd be here doing the shit that I'm doing with y'all today? Look how wonderful God works. You see what I'm saying, man? Ain't no motherfucker can tell you how God works. They don't know. They don't know who the fuck they believe in or what's really going on. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know what's going on. You got to find the right answers. You got to live in your own bubble, your own fucking world. That's why I say it ain't about being on top of the game. You got to be up on top of your game. I got a brother to this day, my older brother, 8 years older than me, 6 years older than me. We don't talk at all. We like night and day.
Power off.
Because he couldn't stand the fact that I always had my own way. I wasn't the little brother that want to run behind somebody and be like somebody. I always did my own thing. So when I got 12, 13 years old enough to understand what, because it's been those nights, me wiping tears away from my mama's eyes, coming home from football practice and shit, trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And I know she's doing drugs and shit going on, but it's a deeper secret. That's some shit she can't tell a nigga. And now that I'm older, I can see this shit now. She was dying. She had cancer, and what she was worried about is who the fuck gonna take care of her kids if something happened to her, because she did this shit now. She was dying. She had cancer, and what she was worried about is who the fuck gonna take care of her kids if something happened to her, because she knows she didn't have a real family. And that was painful. She knows she didn't have a real family. And that was painful. She knows she didn't have a real family. And that was painful. She knows she didn't have a real family. And that was painful being a mother, knowing that you got some shit that you really need your kids to. You don't want to tell them. But their oldest brother is understanding. That's why I finding and discovering and reading and learning some shit that it was meant for me to go through some shit, for me to be a certain type of person. But this wasn't the way I was raised. Having a father that I had, man, showed me better. Showed me enough morals, values, to where I had enough sense to want to be smart enough to do shit that I'm doing today. Instead of me just being the average nigga that got sense and just somewhat cooped up in some jail cell. It's plenty of smart niggas in jail that wasted their time. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Man, you can be the coolest nigga you want to be and ain't got to make none of the mistakes everybody else made. That's my whole thing. Be who you are. You don't have to make none of the mistakes. My bad, y'all. I see a lot of questions and shit, but y'all know how I get. If you don't have the stomach on one to close the none, you better know it. See, I can tell my dog been here before. You better know it. Gotta go through some shit to become better. That's true. That's true. Book Amazon talk and say y'all get his book on Amazon. Oh, and them the old ones. Them the ones I appreciate that. My guy Black. Them the old books, the ones I wrote in 2019. I was on the run writing those books, man. In and out the studio. The folks had me all over the news. You see what the book said? The folks had me on the news, my nigga, and I'm in the city still, because I ain't had nowhere else to go. I couldn't leave outside the city, and I'm right up under their nose, armed and dangerous. And in and out the studio with a briefcase, and every moment I'm getting at my brow's house, typing up my book, and putting the bitches out when I was on the run. Dead serious. Yeah, like I went through. That's why I say that's the unique part to me, y'all. That's the unique part to me. Y'all kicking in and we kicking hard shit and fucking with each other now. And this just on the strength of y'all knowing me through social media. But the unique part gonna be once people got there and once I guess get into this big spotlight of getting known on this certain level, when they start looking back into my life, how I become the way that I became and all this on shit, and they get deep from there. That's when they gonna understand, oh, this nigga is something totally different from all that other shit we thought we knew before. And if you think I'm bullshitting, ask my guy if he read my life story. Real shit. So that's gonna be the most unique part to me. And I'm bullshitting, ask my guy if he read my life story. Real shit. So that's gonna be the most unique part to me. It ain't about getting on. Cause like I was just telling them, my nigga, I don't know sometimes how I stand on 2 feet, bro. If them walls can talk, my nigga. Only them showers seen those times when I had my moments. But I had to face the world and be a man from the hand I was dealt. Real shit. And that's why I'm telling y'all this shit with confidence, where you don't have to go through the shit that I've been through, man. I'm telling you. But I ain't had no other way, man, with a lot of game, not knowing. I had game before I was a man first, I had game, dog. Ask my dog, he read the book. When I was a little ass boy, I had enough common sense. By the time I got in 2nd grade, I got 5 girls in the same class and the baddest ones. And by the time I get to high school, I'm hitting my 9th grade, my teacher. So that's making it difficult for me, because it's like, damn, while I'm sitting here thinking that I'm supposed to be changing, now I'm feeling like this is the life I'm made for. Because it ain't a place I can't go. It ain't a broad choosing. From POs to fucking lieutenants in jail. Read the book. Read the book. I ain't gonna give it to y'all niggas no other way but straight. That's why this shit 36. But I lived a hell of a life, dog. A hell of a life. That's why certain stuff I don't speak on. I could have been like any of these niggas and want to reach an angle and give you niggas a sad story and be on this bitch asking for donations and not once have I ever asked you guys anything. Think about it. It took a guy, I don't even know where Black from, but I appreciate it, to mention something about my book. How many times have y'all heard me mention and telling y'all go buy my book, go buy my book? Not once. How many times have we been talking about this 36 ounces of game and this shit been done and I still ain't put that book out yet because I ain't too much in the rush to get y'all money because it ain't about the money. I want to be a nigga y'all can understand that this nigga's is different. He's really authentic. And this is something that everybody else ain't gonna give us. Man, listen, dog. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. Look, and I bad to be on this motherfucker. Same way like my thing. Y'all see I go back and get the fucking with shit at the last minute. But look, here go my other junk. My TikTok page. Now watch this. Look in the middle where it say professional dashboard. Watch this. What that say? Y'all see that? Hold on. Y'all see that? In the middle right there. What I say professional dashboard? 1.8, almost 1.9 million people of views within the last 30 days. I don't even go live on IG. My IG page so motherfucking turned up. Damn near every video on this bitch, they in the millions and shit like that on there. Anything I put on there is turned up. And I know they feeding for this shit. I be telling them about how good our community is over here and how we be rocking over here or whatever. But them folks know they owe the nigga a check. I don't even know celebrities that's doing numbers like that. They got people that really fuck with them for real. Man, nigga touched my heart the other day when I did the consultation. And homie was so excited to speak to me and actually see me. Man, that shit really touched a nigga, man. I really appreciate all that shit. Because coming from a nigga that was washing his clothes in a motherfucking tub and thinking he ain't gonna live to see 18 and not knowing where he getting his next meal from, I didn't look and see this far or think that I'd be here doing the things that I'm doing. But I tell you, I made every single thing, the good and the bad, work in my motherfucking favor at all. Bitch ain't have no money to get no haircut. Snoop Dogg came through with that growing your hair out. I wore braids. I found me little hoes to wear my braids. Now I'm looking good because now I'm wearing braids. And now I'm turning out the whole neighborhood because now everybody else want to follow that trend. I didn't have much money, so I bought All-Stars, Chuck Taylors and shit like that and kept them hoes clean. Kept myself together. I always stayed on point, no matter if I had less or not. But it wasn't about what I had. It was always the confidence that stuck out and made motherfuckers attracted to me, dog. So be yourself, my nigga. It ain't about going to buy these $400-$500 jeans because these are the new... Man, fuck a trend. I set my own. Give a fuck how much your clothes cost. Don't let that be what you got on to impress a motherfucker. Be yourself. Let that shit speak for itself. Hell, if a nigga that bad where you can go spend that much money on somebody else shit, why not be smart enough to make your own shit? Because you make that shit look good. Imagine how you can make your own shit look and the way you think, how you know how to dress. Damn near everybody else want to feel and dress that same way. So why not make your own? You got to be smart today, man. Very smart. That's why I ain't say, no, you ain't got to be a pimp or none of that other type of shit, but don't be no simp. Just being for real, you know? Just being for real, that's all. And it's still early, y'all. I forgot I ain't go in yesterday. I still be thinking yesterday was Friday. My weekend started early. What's going on, CC? But yeah, man. And guys, I can't sit here and make this shit sound like it's just so simple. I don't want you guys to think that neither. But I'd be a damn fool to sit here and tell you and make it seem like it's difficult either. Just because I make it sound good and all that shit don't mean that I wasn't confused at a point or another. You know, it's real realist. Yeah, I see, and thank you, man. But just to be honest with you, man, you have to go through some shit in order to know. You just got to be, that's why they say be patient. There's nothing wrong with you being the fuck quiet and thinking about saying what you're going to say before you say it. Or thinking you got to always respond to everything or have a response to everything. It's okay for you to pay attention first to see what's going on before you just jump into some shit. When you reserve, when you patient, you get the best results because there's only one way to do shit is doing it right. So you want to be patient enough to know what's going on, man. Don't just jump into anything. That's why I say ain't nothing wrong with love. Man, my guy was talking the other day and he was like his girl trying to force him to get married and settle down and all this old shit. And he 21 with no kids, 24. I'm like, y'all, that's a gold card in the game. You ain't got to be in no rush to settle down with nobody. And if you do settle down, you better get a prenup because everything you got gonna go to her or have and all this old shit. And you pay attention to these celebrity breakups and everything, you see what's going on with them guys. They winning and having their way at some point, and then 5-10 years later, after they not these superstars no more, they just got their name and their history. Now the broad and hit them for everything they got, and now they looking like Ocho Cinco crying and shit on Shay, looking dumb as fuck. Just don't make no sense, man. We ain't text for 2 days because I was being nonchalant. What you think? We ain't text for 2 days because I was being nonchalant. What you think about that? You continue to give us space. One thing about your girl, man. Now I say y'all gotta know your girls, man. And fuck it, because I have to give it to you straight. You want to know them, and you have to know them, because one thing about me and all my girls, dog, every girl I ever been with been crazy about me. They ain't finna go. I got messages in my phone now where I don't even respond to shit. You know, you can share the screen and all that old shit. I can show y'all shit now where I don't even respond to shit. Not just saying it's not bragging or none of that shit or none of that. But a woman that love you, she's gonna let you know before you even get up. She know you get up 4:30 in the morning. She already sent you a text the first thing she got up because she already wants you to know you was the first thing she thought about when she got up in the morning. You ain't gotta go ask her, I'm hungry. She feel like she's on her way to come see you, so she's already asked because she finna go stop and go get her something to eat. Baby, you want something to eat? I'm finna stop by here. Well, I'm finna get this right here. Do you want me to go somewhere up? Those are genuine people that really give a fuck about you, man. You don't gotta question that shit. The moment you have to question some shit, that ain't it. That ain't it. It's some beautiful women out here that got a bag and some more shit. And it ain't about them spending and taking care of no nigga or a nigga. And there's a lot of them that don't give a fuck about a nigga not having just as much as they have. Real ones just want to be treated right. I know them. That's why I say, bro, man, I done seen so much, dog, to where I understand this shit now. To where it comes to a choice. You gotta know better now at this point. All right, I know exactly what type of energy she put out. She gonna give me the same type of energy. The same energy I put out, that's what I'm gonna receive from this motherfucker right here. And if she love you, bro, she gonna go out her way and do anything in the motherfucking world for you. Cause she gonna want you to know if you can't count on nobody else, you got her. And the only thing she want in return is to be respected. Don't make her look like she like these other bitches, because she's not doing what these other hoes doing. Fucking behind your back, being all in the club, being seen. And these hoes that's bad as fuck, I think they the super bad bitch. They know this thing. They know this little bra every time she comes slide through the club. Oh, she the shit. Shout out the one don't play no game. She old boy, old girl or whatever. Oh, shout out to just handle her business and go home. They know. So imagine how you make yourself look when you fucking with them dusty foots and you got something like this at home. You got to be smarter than that, man. That's why I say I ain't got to make this shit up. I just tell them the motherfucking truth. That's real game to me. They just so used to hearing bullshit that when I give them the truth, they swear I'm running game. Yeah, and if you think about every single thing I'm saying, ain't saying nothing but the truth. None of it game. It's all just being true. That's why I said 36. That's why this shit 36 ounces of game. I'm giving it to you raw. I'm giving it to you pure. I don't have to cut it. You know? I told him motherfucker about 100 times. Hey! Y'all gotta forgive me, man. I will talk about a couple of more things before I go, cause it's still early. I got on here earlier than I expected. I got me some good ass rest earlier, man. I slept pretty much all day after I came back from court. I was ready for their ass today. Them folks ain't even want to see a nigga because they got some bullshit going on. But I'm in the middle now getting joint custody of one of my children due to the fact that I crossed over and done some great things with my life now. Well, I'm able to do that. So I'm feeling very good about that. So transition and changing is always good. Man, I'd have been that young nigga before out there having shit. Like, it was cool. But now that I'm older and I think about it, I'm like, that was the dumbest shit. No license, no shirt on, head full of hair, guns, smoking weed, buying all these. No license, no shirt on, head full of hair, guns, smoking weed, buying all these nice cars, and you just jump out of it. And the streets, the nigga want. 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 Bad thing, dog. I can go in a bus. Like keeping a good ass job, like making sure my kids and my family straight, like making sure, like keeping a good ass job, like making sure my kids and my family straight, like making sure I'm here to make sure everything stays intact. Who don't think the way that you do, they don't think outside the box, they ain't got enough sense to know better. I don't give a fuck if you can defeat them. You gonna stoop low to their level? Why? My gentlemen, I need y'all niggas to be kings, especially my big dogs. Even my little big dogs, y'all niggas who know y'all got good sense, that can outthink niggas and out muscle niggas and all this shit. Start leading by example, dog. Show these whole we kings for real. Cause we want our kids to grow up to be just like us or better. Don't get me wrong. Everybody can't lead, so there's gonna be order and positions and levels to this shit. So you ain't gotta worry about nobody being no better than you. My niggas gonna be levels. You ain't the baddest. But goddamn it, somebody gonna want you in whatever category you fit in, shit that might suit for you. But fuck it, everybody, let's do our motherfucking thing. That's my whole biggest point. That's what this 36 ounces of game shit is about. Thank you.
You're welcome, Daddy.
Let's do all this. And you ain't gotta be clapping and shaking your ass. Close the door. Bring me some drink. Yeah. And you ain't gotta be clapping and shaking your ass like the little crazy ass girl be doing on the on TV. That was the funniest shit. The girl bring the man some food. I was always taught to pray over everything. And coming from nothing, no matter how much it is, no matter what it is, I don't give a fuck if it was noodles. I pray over it. Not so much of just being thankful or having something, but you don't know if a motherfucker done did something to your shit or anything. So I pray for everything to be covered. For real. I'm gonna be in Charlotte tomorrow too, doing some light shopping. So if y'all down there, hit me up or whatever. Something else I forgot. No doubt, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay blessed. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Thank you, baby. Just sitting on the thing. Y'all already know what I represent. We'll be down in I want to say Atlanta or Charlotte, one of them. But more than likely, it's going to be Charlotte tomorrow, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all stay blessed, y'all. Stay out the way. Matter of fact, go out your way to stay out the way. This your boy, Sir Golden. You already know I represent that 36 ounces of gold again.